Red Hood, Outlaw, issue 46. Mwahaha, take it away.
I will say this has a reasonably nice cover, for once. It's, I mean, you can look it up if you want, but it's Trigon's hand, kind of with the outlaws kind of in it, but on like a big white background. So it kind of has a style to it that a lot of it doesn't. A lot of it's just messy. I'm pretty sure it's the same artist as the regular book, which is Paolo Pantalina, and apparently Travis Mercer as well. This issue, who I assume did the little intro bit, because that does look a little bit different. Because there's like a 3-page intro that is in the past in South Africa, and it's Artemis Grace apparently used to be a nurse in South Africa. I don't know. And the hospital that she was working in got attacked, and then she's like, all right, forget this, and pulls out the axe. And that's the I think it's supposed to be like the first moment she really got the axe. Is kind of the way it plays. But I mean, I don't care. All of that was set up for her side of things, which is, if you recall, the end of the last issue, I was very confused because a random woman holding the axe showed up, claimed to be Mistress, the axe. Yeah, it is. It just brushes right over it. It's just like, oh yeah, it introduces her, goes, she's just the entity known as Mistress in human form, because that's a thing, I guess, with this axe that we're going to throw in 45 issues after the axe was introduced. I don't know.
Okay.
Reasons. But a lot of this is still just continuing where it was last time. We're in the chamber of whatever it was, the chamber of all, which is this kind of maze that can go. It's like a labyrinth that can take you to anywhere, take you to anywhere you imagine, and even places you can't. Is the tagline for it, I guess. But Jason's very confused because this isn't supposed to be the entrance to this place. There's only supposed to be one in the Himalayas. But it seems weird to me. If it's a labyrinth that can take you to anywhere, doors tend to work in both directions. If there's an exit, it's an entrance, surely. But if whatever. But yeah, it's these beings, the unspoken, that are still possessing everyone. The leader has possessed the not Captain America soldier that they had as their handler for the last few issues. Jason pulls out his magic sword and stabs him with it, and it kills the thing, but not the person, because it only affects the entities. So they're all fine. They kind of all regroup. You've got Artemis and Mistress and the other woman who's with her, whose name I completely forgotten. The new Jason from before. And you've got this other person that they pick up, Saru the Protector, who I don't know, I'm not familiar with at all. She's just like, wait a minute, I know that voice, Saru the Protector, and I'm like, am I supposed to know who this is? There's no editor's note telling me or anything, so I'm confused, frankly. But basically, they come to the conclusion that the way to stop all this is to destroy the labyrinth, the chamber of all, and that'll save it all, because Trigon's basically trying to break through from it. He's kind of imprisoned in there, but if they can just destroy the antechamber, they'll destroy any access he has to this world. So that'll be the plan. Mistress, the person, disappears and just becomes the axe again, and comes back to Artemis, and basically Artemis transforms when she grabs the axe, and because she's been undercover, she had her hair dyed, and she was in disguise. As soon as she grabs the axe, it basically does the Thor thing, and she becomes Artemis again. Which, to be honest, having Artemis be a doctor is very Thor-esque as well in its own right, in terms of that secret identity.
Sure.
Going back to to Donaldson, it's all just knockoff Thor at this point. Is kind of what I'm getting.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's what this writer does, is knock off. So
yeah.
Yes. I showed everyone my red Skittles because I thought it'd be thematic with the book that you're talking about.
Sure you did. Now I have a question, because there's a joke
wearing
here
a red shirt.
There's a joke here at the end that legitimately confused me, and I'm like, am I been mispronouncing a word this entire time?
Probably.
Well, it's a really basic word,
Okay.
and that's why I'm really concerned. So basically, it gets to the end. They're like, right, it's Trigon's there, and Bizarro tells him to shoot, right?
Mhm.
Mhm.
But it's spelled SHOE, as in shoes.
So I'm sure that's a Bizarro thing.
Right? No, but here's the thing. So he says shoe, as in like shoes, and that's the way it's spelled.
Right.
And then Jason goes, it's pronounced shoe, as in SHOO, but fine. I'm like, they're pronounced the same, buddy.
Yeah.
Like what?
I'm not gonna think about it.
Well,
That's
yeah,
why
I
he's
mean,
leaving DC.
broke
It's
my
fine.
brain. This broke my brain when I read this earlier because I'm like, am I pronouncing shoes wrong?
Mm-mm.
Because I don't understand. I don't understand this
So,
joke. It makes no sense.
He should have added an H in Jason's, like SCH, whatever, right? To make it different.
Yeah, but
Because then
if
you
I
could
would
say that
if
that shoe
you
is different than shoe, right?
I mean, I would say if you shoe someone,
SHOO.
phonetically, it's the same as wearing shoes.
Right. No, I know, but for a better way to make it seem different, or have Bizarros add an H, right? SCH.
Yeah, I don't understand this joke. Like I'm actually baffled by this because I'm like this is not like if Bizarro says shoe, right? And how does Jason know he's saying the wrong shoe?
He doesn't.
Like this doesn't work.
Connor, the reason that this doesn't work on you because you're not a failed stand-up from the 90s.
There you go.
Just for you two, I sent you guys that panel so you can see if I'm going crazy, if I'm missing something, please, because right now I feel really stupid for not getting this.
I hope so, because I'd love to tell you.
But it just doesn't work. This is not a joke.
Bizarro looks like Zangief, and I don't need it.
Yeah, I said that the last time I saw him. Hold on. It's not spelled shoe as in a shoe you wear. The O's before the E. Right? Wait. Actually, that's the actual shoe.
That's how you spell shoe.
I'll be honest.
Do you know what the problem is? You're used to seeing it with an S on the end. You're used to seeing it plural, so it looks kind of
it looks wrong. Anyway.
Oh my god, it's so dumb.
I
I hate this writer.
Because I looked at that and went, yeah, that's not quite the right spelling. Maybe he's saying show or something like that. Like he said it. But
But
you're
if
right.
he is-
That would be them me being stupid, and I could take all this
No,
back.
but if he's saying show, then he should have wrote it out SHOW.
Oh no, I don't think he is. I think that's just what my brain said, and it's probably what Connor said. I'm just so used to it being a plural that seeing shoe without the S at the end just makes it look wrong. But do you know what it is? It's just it's a meta joke. Jason can see how he's spelt it as he says it, and he's saying
You know what?
it's
If
shoe.
this was a Deadpool book, fine. but it's not.
It's nice to see that Jason's wearing proper attire for the pandemic, though. He's got his mask on there.
Yeah, he's been ahead of the game on that one. You get credit where it's due. I'm telling you now, I'm getting to the end of this now because this is like the second to last page of this book. The last page is Bizarro just jumping into the Trigon's hand, go, "Now I got this." But I was so baffled. Like I spent like 3 minutes staring at this before going on to the last page trying to figure it out, and I can't. It makes no sense. And I'm knocking an entire point off just for this. It was going to be a 3, and now I'm giving it a 2 because that just doesn't work. It makes me angry.